Welcome, everyone, to Sacred Mysteries Worldwide Channel, School of Spiritual Learning. I am Mignon Grayson, your host, and I am here with a very special guest. I just had to invite her to my channel to be interviewed because I feel that the work that she does in the world needs to be known about. She is an amazing healer that I have recently come to know, and for me, wonders have been already done. So without further ado, I'm not going to be long-winded on the introduction. I'm going to introduce you to Carol Nelson. And Carol Nelson is an energy healer and a New York State licensed speech and language pathologist. She has a master's degree in speech and language pathology from Columbia University's Teachers College. In working with so many clients, young and old, over 3 decades, she began to understand the importance of being able to manage her energy instead of mimicking the energy of people around her. And that led into her amazing work. Welcome, Carol.
Thank you. My pleasure to be here. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me, beloved Mignon.
Oh, you are so welcome. First, let's start with anything you want to say first before I get into my questions that I prepared for this.
Well, I just feel that this is a wonderful time. You know, we're dealing with a pandemic, this COVID. People are feeling all kinds of ways, so it's a wonderful opportunity to learn how to manage your emotions, manage your thoughts, and you know, what better time? What better time to get into it? And yes, you can. I'm a person that did not have a pleasant childhood, and I thought that I was feeling bad all the time. I didn't know I was depressed, and if I could learn how to not be depressed, that was my modus operandi. I was just sad all the time, and to know that I could not be sad, and that not being sad is normal for everybody. I just feel that if I can do it, I want to help as many people to do that.
Yes. Oh, wow. That is very eye-opening and reassuring, because I have noticed lately, especially with youth, everyone, but it seems to be going throughout the young people now. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of people don't want to be here. They'd rather not be here, or just getting through life has been hard. Yes. And nothing to look forward, to. So if they can learn to manage their energy, or at least come to your amazing YouTube channel and get some of the healing that you got going on. And we definitely will get into your channel later, because I want to share my experience with you, and also having the ability to go to your channel whenever I need to. But anyway, so along your journey, I see that you started out as a language and speech pathologist. When did the whole energy healer come? What made you want to start doing that?
Well, I always wanted to help people from very, very young, and I can still remember myself. The TV became my friend as a child. I was a latchkey kid, like many children were, and I was in charge of taking care of my brother. So I was trained to take care, and I seemed to like that. But a pivotal movie for me was watching Anne Sullivan, who was a teacher, take care of and reach into Helen Keller, who was a wealthy, spoiled brat. Who was allowed to do whatever she wanted to do in the house. She ran amok, and they felt sorry for her family, because she couldn't hear, and she couldn't see, she couldn't hear, and because of that, she wasn't speaking, even though she had the ability to speak. And so the parents didn't know what to do, and they just, gave her everything. And this teacher said, "No, this is a smart girl. She's capable of so much more." And I remember as a little girl being glued and watching this black and white movie, and watching this little girl that was act like an animal in the house. She was beautifully dressed all the time.
I remember.
And to go from acting like an animal to a human being, and then going on to do wonderful things in life. I think she became a politician, or she was in politics. She spoke, she wrote, she was brilliant. And I said, wow, imagine that. Nobody thought that she could do anything. And so that brought me into speech pathology. Now, I'm taking myself along the journey, because I think I wanted to help people because I needed help myself. But I
Mhm.
didn't know how to go there. So I just, as I learned how to help people, I learned to help myself. Things were a blessing now as a child to be, if I weren't depressed so badly, maybe I would not have sought help. I was the only one that was fat in my family. Everybody was beautiful. Nobody had pimples. Nobody had a weight problem. And I was just had all kinds of stuff on my face, and my body didn't look like everybody else's body. And so I was talked about a lot in the family and, this kind of thing. But what did that do? That as a teenager, it caused me to want to look for ways to learn how to take care of my body. And so now that I am a mature woman, I'm the only one that knows how to take care of her body. And my family members are dealing with all kinds of wellness issues because they never had to learn how to take care of their bodies. Their bodies were just these wonderful gifts from God that they didn't feel they ever had to learn how to take care of. As I look back, this beautiful life. I dealt with childhood trauma. I didn't realize until I got older, because I was so little when I experienced trauma, that it wasn't part of my conscious memory. But as I let go of layers, things came up to be clear. I work with a lot of children who are special needs, and then they can't speak for themselves, and so I've had to learn how to communicate with them non-verbally, and that brought me so many things. Brought me to energy. So many things. These children not being able to speak, I had to learn how to communicate with them non-verbally. Me being different in the family, I had to learn how to heal my body and figure out how to feel better because I was so depressed all the time. So I just, healing was just part of my life. There were certain books that were pivotal in my life, and people. I remember Queen of Four doing my first cleanse with the Heal Thyself, Know Thyself Center in Brooklyn. And I did a cleanse and colonics and journaling and fasting, and all of that was a very good awakening. And reading certain books, certain pivotal books when I was young was The Game of Life and How to Play It. I think that book was written in the early
30 something in
yes, The Game of Life and How to Play It. Ian Levant Sant, Tapping the Power Within.
One of my favorites. You're naming all my books now.
And even Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. I didn't grow up with love. It was more like, are you fed? Are you clean? Are you kind of safe? Pretty much that was it. Get an education. I'm really busy. I love you, but I got to work. I got to,
Yeah.
If you don't feel like you have it inside, why not go outside? And so those books were very pivotal. And I think that they led to astrology, numerology, and then energy work. At that time, there was so many centers and life expos, and to go to at the Javits Center or what came before the Javits Center. So it was very easy. The learning annex, you could, anything that you wanted to learn about, you could just get a taste of it and see if you wanted to take it further.
That was one of the benefits of growing up where we grew up. There was so many. It was a hub of a lot of, anything that was cutting edge or new, we had access to it, And I remember, because everything you're saying, you're taking me back to my journey. It's very similar. And the same people, the same books, the same places that we had access to, all of this healing and information from the ancients on to whatever was new.
Yes, it was really great. So I dibbled and dabbled until I came across Access. And I did like a lot of things. I still carry numerology with me. I was deep into numerology for a long time, and I still am. I've just changed it more to energy because the numbers represent an energy. And so I don't get caught up so much in when they were born. I more feel their energy. So once I came across Access Energy for Transformation in the late 1990s, I was like, holy. I was in a room. It was one of these learning annex type of places. And I remember being in this classroom going, and we were on we were sitting in chairs and we were on tables and they were touching points on it. And it just felt so good. And so, trusting yourself. Nobody's supposed to follow what somebody else does. Do what makes you feel good and linger there. Linger there. Let it know where it takes you, because that's your bread and butter, how you feel.
Exactly.
How you feel is your bread and butter. Please honor it.
I agree, because we're often trained, subconsciously in this society to look for outside confirmation or information on how things are. And, we have to run it through that internal process of seeing if it feels right.
So once I was shown that energy work, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't care to know the details of it. It just felt good, and I felt good. It felt good, and I felt good doing it. And I just wanted to do it more and more. When I learned there were classes, the founder of this work was Gary Douglas, and he was in New York for a long time before he stopped coming. I learned what to do, and he was telling me it worked. I said, okay, it works. So I would barter with people who were really good, and they would say, oh, Carol, you're so good. I'm going, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'll do the barter. Of course, I'm going to get a barter from somebody who's really good. Are you kidding me? So I would just barter with them and let them help me to feel better. I'm doing okay. Keep it up.
Some people are just naturals. You might not know, the step by step, but you just have a natural inclination for you're a natural healer, and all you needed was the vehicle in which to do the healing, and they showed you the vehicle. So, but I wanted to, before we go too far into the actual healing process that you use, just for those who are novices or, newly introduced to energy healing, can you give us a little information on what energy healing is?
That's a good question. Energy healing can come in many different forms, because we are technically energy. We are energy, and we have these beautiful physical bodies, which are energy as well. But the larger part of us is non-physical energy, and it needs to be managed and taken care of. Okay. What is energy healing? Energy healing is an opportunity. It's an open door. It's a treatment. It could be hands-on or hands-off. It could be remote. I work with people from around the world. My farthest client is in Sweden.
Wow.
It's a way, absolutely effective. And I don't even have to be present. They are able to listen to a YouTube video that I recorded a month ago, but the energy is there. Energy doesn't die. My intention is it's in the video. I put my love and the intention in the video, and it will stay there. You're willing to receive it. So energy healing is a way to get back to you. It's a way, because we're actually born to float. I'm going to use this analogy. I use it a lot. We were born to float, to feel like we're floating through life. We are flying through life. And the only reason we don't feel that way, that light, is that we've bought into something, a consideration, a belief that is out of alignment. It's not in sync with the truth of who we are, and it's weighing us down. So this energy work, this helps us to relinquish all of the heaviness that we've put on ourselves. And other people might have put it on us, but we let them. So the energy work just helps us to let go of the heaviness. And then we literally rise to the top, and then we breathe the fresh air. We see the sun, we see the light, we float, we get information from, we have guidance systems, spirit guides, ancestors, the sun, the moon, the animal realm, the earth. There's so much support everywhere. Everything is on our side. But once we get to a level where we can connect, then that's what energy healing is. It brings us back to our natural state, our joyful, buoyant, floating selves.
Wow.
But there are days where I feel like, oh, I need a session on myself. And as soon as I lay down, it's just like I have to stop in order to start to receive healing from my guidance system and the team of light that works with me, I have to stop. And once I stop, I can actually, I'm not much of a seer, but I can feel it. Everything is going up. It just feels like reverse rain. It really is a release of energy, of a physical energy. Yes.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying when you talk about that kind of heaviness, that density. It comes along with, yes, things that are added on, but just being on this physical plane is so dense. And our spirit guides, our team, it's hard for us to hear them and to connect with them because we are on, so separated by all of these layers of things that we've taken on and the weight of this whole energy planet. So just that energy healing, I can see it being a way of you not only to heal your physical body, but to be in touch more with your divine beings that are here to guide you.
Oh yes. Many ways to do that. Yes.
I love that. That is amazing. All right. So now, talking about your energy healing, you started to talk, or you told us a little bit of how you learned and, where you started. Do you want to expound any more on your training or the different styles of healing that you do?
Sure. I've learned a hands-on healing technique. It's called running the bars. There are 32 points on the top of the head that correspond to different areas of our lives. If you literally, there are bars actually. If you could imagine maybe a straw going from one side of the head to the other side of the head that has an opening at the end. And when you just touch them, they're like mirrors on the same twins. Like one end is on this side, one is on. And when you touch the bar, just by touching it, like the energy goes side to side, and every time it goes side to side, it empties. When it goes, it empties and it empties, and it just keeps emptying until you're done. It's like, wow. Just know the value of touching the top of your head. Know the value of touching the top of your head. I was going to show you how to get a thorough bar cleansing today.
Great. I'm excited about learning that. Yes.
And there's a money one. I know you're an abundance master, and there's a money one, honey.
All right, I gotta learn that one. So when did you know you were ready to actually start working with people? Because I know you trained and you felt a little like, am I ready? And then did you just take a leap of faith when you had your teachers kind of confirm that you were ready? Or
well, I think that if there was one teacher, the founder, and this is channeled information. So I love channeled information. And why do I love channeled information? Because it's so pure. The energy pattern that taught us this was so pure. When somebody's channeling, even though it's the same body, when they go back to themselves, you can feel the difference. You can see the difference. And I go, that's really, I just love learning from the light, from pure light. They have no agenda.
Yes.
This being had no agenda. And so it was just him, and all of us were students. Some of us were just better than others. I never saw myself as very good, but after bartering with all the people I thought were really good, and then telling me over and over again and wanting to barter with me over and over again, I just took it. I just accepted it. At that time, there was no practitioner certification. I just kept taking classes till I got tired. I just kept going until I got tired.
But I can't go to class no more. I'm ready to start working.
Yes. And so I did. I just started to put it out there. I remember letting people know this was a Woman's Day. I think it was Brother Natural had some kind of Woman's Day here in Brooklyn. And everybody was talking about what they were excited about. And I said I was excited about energy healing. And I said, we have palm chakras that spin around. And I was showing, at that time, I was excited about entity removal and this phrase you say over and over to move. And these women said, oh my God, because they were seers. They could see the energy, and they said, oh my God, I want to learn how to do that. Can we have a session with you? And so that kind of started it.
So what are some of the, how would you say, memorable moments in your healing career that stand out to you that you would like to share in terms of how effective and how you've helped others, or even yourself being helped, either way?
I'm astounded at how quickly it works.
Yes.
It's very quick. That astounds me. So what it shows me is that nothing is permanent.
Mm.
If you're feeling not so good, you can shift quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't do it by yourself, use a tool. Find a tool.
Mm-hmm.
Watch one of my videos. Please.
Yes.
Watch one of my videos.
Mm-hmm.
Learn a tool. I'm going to give away tools today.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should be empowered to manage their emotions. Just because you woke up on the wrong side of the bed in the morning doesn't mean you have to carry that through the day. Learn tools to help you manage your emotions. When you manage your emotions, you manage your life. You can manifest anything when you can manage your mood. That is the foundation for a happy life, a happily. I mean, what else is there to be here for but to be happy?
Yes.
Please don't underestimate the power of being happy.
Let's say that again. And manage your emotions, manage your life, and then don't underestimate. What were you going to say?
The power of happiness. People underestimate that. People, it is more fun to sometimes watch drama, but there's a lot of fun and joy. And that goes deep too. Because once you get to a certain level of happiness and joy, your team of light that is always with you, they can grab you and take you to new places. They can reveal things to you. They can take down walls. You go, oh my gosh, that was there all the time. I didn't even know that.
Wow.
You will hear things. You will see things. You will be gifted things. People will come to you to give you things. Life will come to you. Everything you want will come to you. The things you forgot that you wanted will run you down because you're in alignment with everything that you want. When you're in alignment with everything that you want, you don't have to go after it because you'll be naturally inspired to do whatever you need to do. You'll just have an impulse to just naturally do the things you need to do to get what you want to get.
That is amazing because the power and the state of joy will open up all of those doors of wonder that we really want. We want that. This is what we want. We want to be in alignment. We want, things to line up and, of the stuff that brings us fulfillment and those inspirations and insights. Because anybody that's, coming on this particular channel or in my Facebook group, they're on a spiritual path. And these are the type of the things that we definitely would like. And all people want to be joyful. So this is a tool that can help that come into being.
Yes. And I must still respect where people are because sometimes I'm in the middle of working on going up the emotional scale on my channel and I'm dealing with 38 emotions and we haven't gotten to a happy emotion yet. I think the next one is blame. Clearing blame energy. So I have to respect where people are because when people are feeling jealousy, blame, disappointment, it's very hard for them to be around somebody that's happy or be joyful. It's so I have to respect that because I know how that feels. That I'm not joyful every day, but I know how to get there every day.
There you go.
So it empowers me. It makes me feel good. And I say to myself, I'm almost like a kid. I'm the mother and the child at the same time, like behind myself. When are you going to get in that tub and get your healing? The tub is one of my easiest ways to just go boom. I get in the tub and I go boom, boom. It's like that.
Yes.
And when are you going to get, I'm behind myself. Would you get off the computer? When you feel a little funky today, like get in that tub. And so I know I'm going to get in the tub, but it might be 3 hours later I get in the tub and there I have it. They go boom, boom, boom. And they go, wow, I could have done this 3 hours ago and felt so much better. We are empowered beings. And if I do it first thing in the morning, I can have a better morning.
That's very deep what you said. And I think that a lot of times we opt out of knowing that we are the ones that are in power. We are the ones that can make a determination to accept things or not accept things, or to do what's necessary to get us from where we are to where we want to be. And it's very key what you said about, either you bought into the whole density thing and that it has an effect on you and all of that. And it can, but that's when you allow it to. We're divine beings and we're walking this planet and we don't really know who we are yet. And even when we say that, it's great to say it, but actualizing it is what we're doing by healing ourselves energetically, and we'll get there. But
right, it's a journey. It's a journey, and I love it because it never ends. You never stop growing. You never stop. It's beautiful, and then when we transition, we're still going to continue to grow and learn. It's just that's what makes us infinite beings. And I also don't want people to think that they have to do energy work to feel better. Yeah. Know yourself. Mm-hmm. Do what you love. Is it music? Is it dance? Is it sports? Is it just being in nature, laying on the grass, going to the beach, talking to your friend, laughing, eating your favorite food, cooking your favorite food, whatever it is, honor yourself. When you honor yourself, you align yourself with the truth of who you are. Mm. So don't feel that you have to do energy work. Do things that make you feel good. Do what makes you feel good. And what doesn't make you feel good can't stay around. It can't hang around you because you're shifting your energy to good, what makes me feel good. So you're going to change yourself anyway. I like to meditate in the tub, or I used to meditate sitting and quietly, or like music, whatever it is for you. Some people like guided meditations. Do it the way you need to do it. But if you do it consistently, and it doesn't need to be a long time, I kind of go long, but you will then meet your team. Mm-hmm. They will reveal themselves to you. You are never alone. Because sometimes we have certain emotions because we feel like no one understands us. Mm-hmm. They're never going to understand you. They're trying to understand themselves. Your inner being, your God self, your higher self understands you. Your team of light understands you.
Yes.
You might have 2, 3, 4, 50, 10, 20 that are open and available to talk with you, share with you, love on you. Mm-hmm. You are so supported. Yes. So anytime you say things that are unsupportive, you're going to feel bad because it's not true. Right. When you tell a lie, you're going to feel bad. It's like, oh, they do it. It's on purpose. It's on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Wow, amazing. Did you want to show some of the healing share some of the healing techniques now? That we could do, that you could share with us? Mm-hmm.
Sure. I mean, see, I want people to value what they already do.
Yes.
So there are points. There's sadness and joy, form and structure, healing, hopes and dreams. Of course, the third eye, time, space, and communication. There's money, awareness, control, creativity, kindness, gratitude, peace, and calm. General implants, body, sexuality, aging. Recreation, reactivation and recreation is a bunch of points. But I named a lot of points, but you don't have to know where they are. Mm-hmm. Put your hands here and know the value of this. Just be really gentle and feel like when this is my body begins to shake when I want to mimic what's happening. Mm-hmm. And I mimic what's happening so that I know when it stopped, because sometimes I don't feel the energy unless I go in. It's almost like touching the pot. Mm-hmm. Is the pot hot or is it cold? That's what I feel. Like if I sit back, it'll still work. But if I put I shake, because that's what the energy is doing. It's shaking and then it goes up. Mm-hmm. So this is one. Mm-hmm. And I often open my mouth. I am a portal. I just decided to accept I'm a portal. Stuff just goes through me and out. And that's just what it is. Mm-hmm. And so this is one, and then this is 2 right behind it. Mm-hmm. Then this is 3 right behind that, and then this is 4 right behind that. Mm-hmm. And if you just do that, touch your head, you will release so much energy. Mm-hmm. And if not, I will do a more in-depth demonstration on my channel. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people don't feel if they're not really sure of something, they might not see the value of it. But I have to tell you, we're already doing so many things naturally.
Yes.
Wearing this headband is healing. It's stimulating. Wearing the headband. Don't show my braids now. Wearing your headband. I got to come over.
Yeah, I always got to have a band on or a scarf or something.
Yes, it's very healing.
It is.
To cover the head, it's healing. Why do you think people wear that round thing up? Guess what that is? It's the circle of manifestation.
What?
Why they are stimulating constantly physical manifestation.
Wow. Okay.
And so we can actually do that. You can just put your hands here and just hold it there in your meditation or when you're sleeping. Sleeping in the bed or in the tub or in the shower. And just hold it there and just imagine light. Imagine unwanted energy blocking you from manifesting. Like mine is hot and it'll just float away. Let it float away. But I do plan to do a demonstration because there are 32 points. So I'll do one a day.
That's great because we definitely going to direct people towards your channel. When you did the different positions that you put your hand on the head, that reminds me in the Yoruba tradition, every morning you're told to wake up and call on your Ori, 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 Ori. And then these are the parts of the head. And they have different names that I can't recall right now. Sorry for, my teachers who may be looking at this, but there are different parts of the head and you definitely do things to the different parts of the head. So here, and the back of the neck are all parts that are so important in maintaining your divine connection.
Absolutely. It's a great way. And I'll do, if you want me to do a non-touch, the things that I do on the Access channel, I can do one of those. I don't know.
Yes, whatever you feel you'd like to do. I'm open.
Okay. So this is a non-touch way to heal, and this is called bringing up the energy to be cleared. There is a clearing statement I use that I learned in Access, and I use a question because it's just an easy way to bring up energy. So what is activated and unwanted right now in our thoughts? What thoughts are we thinking that are currently activated and unwanted, meaning they don't make us feel good? So let's get all of that. Excuse me. And where did we learn that from? And from whom did we buy it? Could we kindly uncreate and destroy all of that, please, and return to sender with consciousness? And the weird, wacky clearing statement is good, bad, right, wrong, POC, PODs, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyonds. So I'm going to let my mouth do some funny things.
Okay.
It's just letting the energy come out. So there is energy, there is resistance. There's resistant energy or dense energy coming up right now. So what happens is whoever is listening will naturally offer up what they're ready to clear. I have no power over anybody, but we all just naturally say, I'm ready to get this up.
Yes.
So I'm just helping it to go to the light. I never see it going down. It never goes down. The energy is always going up.
Wow.
I don't know if you sense that, but it always goes up. It's almost like you can imagine that the universe, God creator, our ancestors are holding a big vacuum cleaner up there. They just take it.
Even when I'm cleaning my house, spiritually, I always see it being dispersed, and it's usually in this kind of a motion.
Yes. Yeah, we just got a honk on that, the car honk. Yeah. So, this means when I shake my head no, that means that we have resistance coming up. It's just all the resistance that's coming up. So I'm just going to allow it to come up. When I do the yes quickly, that means it's ready to flow up. So the resistance means it's gathering up, and then it goes up. So.
Wow. And
this is part of the release too. It feels like I'm singing a song. I'm the upper
It looks like you're singing a song. You know, could almost see things just going. Yeah.
You know, I was quiet for so long as a child, so maybe they use my mouth and go, you better open your mouth. You know, I just want everybody to know you're going to find what works for you when it's the one that comes easy to you. What comes easy to you?
Yes.
Take for granted what our gifts are.
People who want to, what is your recommendation for people who have a leaning towards energy healing? I know everybody's journey is different, but if they want to start to investigate things, what would you recommend that they do?
Well, first, if they receive healings from other people, maybe look at the ones that they like. Maybe one of the what you receive is something that you'd like to learn if you like that modality. Right. So that might be a way to go. You have to know, and if you're not sure at all, you might want to read a book that's interesting. Right. You might want to check out some YouTubers or people on Instagram that are interesting to you. I would say there's so many online academies, Udemy, UDENY.com. But there's so many like that. Check out free courses, free YouTube. There's so many opportunities to get educated about what modality that might be what you're looking for. So I would say just try a few different things and then stay with what you like and leave the rest. And what is for you will be revealed to you. Because I started out with numerology and then I ended up here and I this is where I am and this is where I'm going to be. And I'm just going to continue to grow with this.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Teaches me. But, you know, healing, please know that you're already a healer. You're a light being. Anytime that you give somebody a smile, you are healing. Anytime that you listen to somebody that wants to have something to say, when you make eye contact with somebody, you're acknowledging. What is healing? It's acknowledging, listening to a person, honoring a person, and also honoring yourself. Sometimes maybe they need to see you honoring yourself, and a light bulb goes on in them. Set your boundaries and honor them. Don't be afraid to cut off a conversation that is not your style energetically. And then, but when you're vibrating very high, you can listen to certain kinds of conversations with loved ones. If you really want to be around a loved one, and they're always talking that yang gossip, negativity. And, you know, usually my guides just say, let her talk. Don't pay it. You don't have to pay attention to what
you don't have to take it all in and let it.
Just let her talk. And then, you know, when you've had enough, you just say, I gotta go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Yeah, you don't have to take anything on.
Well, I just want to say that I've had some in real time healings by you that are absolutely amazing. I just wanted to share that with everyone. And I go to your channel regularly to get my tune-ups. And I look at all that you have. You have so many wonderful different videos that people can just go and turn it on, put their headphones on, and just get healed. So I want you to tell everybody what your YouTube channel is and how they can reach you through whatever means that you have on social media.
Yes, it's a new channel. So I don't think if you go to the channel, you'll find it. You know how new channels are sometimes hard to find, but it is called Easy Aura. Easy Aura. And my website is easyaura.life. I think it's an https://www.easyaura.life. And you can get the link to the channel there. My Instagram is Carol Power 10. That's CarolPower 10. And you can message me there and I could give you the link there if you're not able to find it on YouTube. The channel is called Easy Aura and I do healings every day.
And the links will also be to your channels and your social media will also be down below as well. So people can just click the links to find you. But for those who want to get it now and go, all right, let's stop the recording now.